I have spent 20 years living with what ifs. I spent 20 years living inside my head, living for my weight, living beneath my body, living as my size. I've never really cared for my birthday. Never was proud of the person I've become over the years. Looking back at it all, every birthday was spent anxious, overwhelmed, stuffed, and filled with self-hate. The older and wiser and smarter I was supposed to become, the more my relationship with food and my body and my self-worth seemed to get worse. But today, after years of burying myself with what ifs, I'm finally asking myself, what if I am enough? Today I'm 20 years old. Holy shit. Today I just wanted to pause, reflect, and kind of reset where I needed to and how I needed to. I'm gonna be telling you guys a part of my story, and we're gonna be starting that story at age 4. So I was that kid that would blot the oil off the pizza on pizza days, but I was also the kid to be first in line for her ice cream sandwich at snack time. I looked forward to every meal, and all foods honestly made me happy. At this point in my life, I was still learning what food was. I remember the first time I had a cookie after swim practice, and when I bit into that cookie, it was like love at first bite. I honestly think I was just born a foodie. At age 5, I knew I was bigger, and I don't just mean my weight. I was significantly taller than all the boys in kindergarten. I was larger and ate more than all the girls too. I didn't fit in at school, and I didn't really have any friends. And like at age 5, I didn't know about nutrition and hunger and eating habits and exercise. I just loved how food made me happy. It was my favorite time of day when I could eat. I didn't feel big, but I was treated like I was, so it kind of just became my identity.
Being prodigy in the making.
How do you tell the difference between sugar and salt?
Okay, that's when you know you
Half a cup?
tuck and smoosh. Tuck and smoosh.
My energy to tell our friends we never been this happy.
So good.
Waiting for the glass house to hear that crashing sound. Waiting for
There are no pieces.
Lame.
Damn.
Shame on you, Ben.
I don't wanna be false.
Very bad.
It's way more than 1 teaspoon.
Oh, you don't have to use your hands.
I've already used my
You're
hands.
supposed to fold it.
Feeling the textures.
Of the oil?
Yeah, it's good for my skin. Look at the Bing family.
Oh, it's like daddy, mommy, you, me. It's got a pillow.
Oh, okay.
Grade 1. At this point, I was starting at a new school, and food was probably the least of my worries here. You know the rush of being a first grader? Yeah. And I was at a French immersion. Plus, I didn't even know French. I barely even knew English, so it was a lot. But something that didn't change. I was still the biggest kid in the room, top center in all the class pictures, and subconsciously, I was embarrassed of the way I looked. You could see it in my smile. I would never smile with my teeth because I thought it made my cheeks look too chubby. I honestly just remember hating my face. At age 6, I already knew I wasn't beautiful.
Come down, just waiting to hear that crashes. Waiting for the right move. I don't wanna be false.
Good job, mommy.
picture perfect when we're breaking beneath the surface. I don't wanna be
Oh my god, his hair! Why does his hair look like that? Oh my god, I'm literally gonna pass out. No!
No way.
No, it's me. Big reveal. Oh my god, I'm getting the chills. Or maybe I'm just cold. Ew, it doesn't even look that good. I like his old hair more. Oh, he looks good. I specifically remember eating on the benches in the hallway by myself every single day because in my head I was like, I'm big enough. I'm bigger than everyone else. I shouldn't be eating more. People are going to judge me. When you're young, I feel like you think everyone thinks your thoughts. At least that's what I thought. I thought because I think I'm big, everyone else must think it too.
Exam day today.
You live so much in your own mind because you don't know any better. But I continued to live in my own mind for years, being controlled by my negative self-talk, my poor self-esteem, and it showed in every aspect of my confidence. In school, with friends, in sports, in my relationships now, my mind almost destroyed me because I thought my mind had to be my reality.
Oh my god, it's so good. That exam went well. I think I did really well. Damn, I really failed.
Going on a nighttime adventure.
know what to do. You got me falling in, I owe it all to you. Baby, I love you, so I don't know what to do.
These ones are so good.
Push aside.
They're so good.
Tell me what
Oh, dang.
to do, and I
Yeah, I'm eating too many potatoes.
And a smile.
Age 7, the year I asked my mom how I should lose weight. And what are you supposed to tell your 7-year-old daughter, you know? Like, what are you supposed to say? This critical moment that could ruin her perception of exercise, of her body, of her worth? I wouldn't know what to say. She told me my brother just lost weight by eating more fruit and veggies and did some push-ups. So that's what I did. Crunches, push-ups, apples, cucumbers, jumping jacks, and repeat. You know those yearly doctor checkups you have when you're little? They check your height and your weight and your blood pressure, and it's a pretty boring time for most kids. For me, it was a place I hated more than anywhere else in the world. I specifically remember before the doctors I would run like around the house and work out as much as possible and not eat anything all day because I was afraid of that scale, of the doctor criticizing me, of not being in that normal weight category. And something I will never forget was when the doctor asked me how many times I ate McDonald's a month, and she told me I should stop eating McDonald's because I was overweight for my age. I still think of that comment every time I eat it now. Guys, I was my weight. I was good or bad if my weight was low enough or increased. I was healthy if my body looked small. I was my size. I was my appearance. I was all the numbers.
We're done.
So I did everything I could to minimize myself, shrink myself, fix and hide myself. I would try to skip lunch. I would literally cover my entire face with hair so I would look skinny. I never ate past 8. I would only eat 2 slices of pizza, and I never ate McDonald's. Linda's son. The big girl. The tall girl. The fat girl. I wish I could go back and tell her that you're strong and you're loved and you are capable of so much more than the titles that she thought she was. I wish I could tell her that she would be okay. So, age 9, I hated my boobs. I wore the same cardigan every single day because it hid my chest. The fact that I hit puberty before everyone else in my grade, like, it made me gain weight faster. It made me bigger than a lot of places, and the thing is, I didn't know that's what was supposed to happen. That fat was supposed to protect me, that the curves weren't my fault.
This is my 3rd crab snack pack of the day.
That I was hungrier because I was growing. I thought there was something wrong with me. I blamed myself, I blamed my body. I just wish I knew that my body was okay just as it was.
Good?
Yeah.
When I was 10, skinny was in. It was easy to be skinny, they said. All the websites would just say, eat less, work out more, and you'll be better, prettier, popular, skinnier. And go into the dressing rooms with all these clothes the models and mannequins had and expect, you know, to look like them. But on my body, it was all wrong. But it wasn't wrong. It was just my body. Just because my body's in their body doesn't make it a bad body. But you know, how could I know that back then?
What the f*** is this?
So I started making lists on sticky notes, good weight loss foods, bad weight gain foods, but when you start to do this, you start to become the food you eat.
I've been sleeping late, and if I'm speaking honestly, my dreams are the only
Happy birthday! How old are you?
57.
my energy to tell our friends
Ow!
never
Why?
be
Stop it!
waiting for the glass house to calm down, waiting to hear that crashing sound.
2020, a year so momentous they named it twice.
Pretend we're picture perfect when we're breaking beneath the surface. I don't wanna be false. Make love like we
Oh, I found a brownie.
Oh, it's a chunky one.
Fat brownie. Here's another brownie. Where are all the chunks? What the f***?
be false.
Boom! Oh! Boom!
盘子也行，它这个
Oh! Shit!
I finish in the bathroom while you fall asleep without me.
That's Stimpy!
That's the smallest folding behind.
A little bit concerned. A little bit concerned. Very concerned.
The glass house will come down, just waiting to hear that crashing sound. Waiting for the right words to tell her.
Where does it hurt?
Oh, yeah.
I don't wanna
My body is shaking.
There's like, it's like a purple thing for my arm.
Happy birthday, dear father. You have to make a wish.
You don't have to tell us unless you want to.
Baby, something's on my mind. Apologize for taking
Do a dance. Ooh, that looks good. Happy birthday! Happy New Year's Eve!
My fist.
Brother, you try first. If you get poisoned, ooh.
Yeah.
Mommy, are you drunk? Three, two, one. Good night. Good night.
The summer before grade 7 was when it all went to shit. This was the summer I kind of got fit and I kind of got sick. My brother was home and he was dieting and doing a really intense workout program, and for some reason I decided to join him. He ate 1 meal a day and did a hardcore 1-hour workout, and as a 12-year-old, I thought, okay, if he can do it, I can do it too. Maybe I'll actually lose some weight, glow up for back to school. I remember my goal was to lose 15 pounds by the end of summer and to get a thigh gap. Yup. I remember at the beginning of the summer standing and seeing my thighs touch and telling myself, you're gonna get rid of that. I didn't know how far gone I was by this point. I was scared of one bite of dessert. I was scared of not working out. I was relieved to be hungry and tired and exhausted. And I remember at the end of summer, we took a family vacation to a cottage and we went canoeing, and I couldn't paddle the boat. And I didn't know why, but I just couldn't find the strength in my arms. The more I worked out, the weaker I got, the weaker I looked, the better I felt. And by the end of the summer, I looked in the mirror at my thighs, at my stomach, at my arms, and I was so proud. I would say, okay, lose 5 more pounds, 5 more, not realizing I didn't have 5 more pounds to lose.
Oh my goodness. Oh my god. The chicken is so tender. Oh my god. So good. This biscuit's so good. Man, the chicken is so tender. Holy shit.
13.
A million. How can chicken breast be so tender? What a marvelous meal. What a spectacular feast.
I was so far gone, but I still didn't even know. This is when the addiction took over. When the fear set in, and when you think it can't get any worse, it does. And it did. And I was lifeless and scared and wanted out, but it was like I lived for this destruction. I craved this destruction. The worst part about anything that's destructive is that it's so intimate. You become so close with your addictions and illnesses that leaving them behind is like killing a part of yourself that taught you how to survive. And to be honest, I was barely surviving.
You're just so inspirational. And the best part is you have no idea how inspirational you are. You have no idea how much you're changing people's lives. But what you don't realize is you're there, Linda. Like, you are so there. And the fact that you are so real and so unaware makes you even more appealing. Like, you are changing women's lives around the world. Linda did her first, I'd love to look at the stats, but the first review that you did of my workout challenge, I think you were about, like Alex said, 30k, and now fast forward, you're like way over 400k, you're on your way to 500,000. So basically, don't give up, guys. Like, do not give up. It's crazy what you can achieve if you have the passion for it and the drive.
My 13th birthday was spent in and out of the hospital, and when I returned to school, it was funny because people had no idea where I was. They thought I died, I moved countries, I dropped out. Nobody knew because I didn't have anyone in my life that cared. No friends to ask where I was, I didn't get any messages or phone calls. Of course, I had my mom and this one boy from class who messaged me, asked if I was okay, if I needed help getting caught up with any schoolwork, and as the naive little girl that I was, I developed the biggest crush on this guy. His messages got me through a time in my life, and I'm gonna be forever grateful. Life's funny because it gives and it takes. It's almost like you can't win anything without losing something too. So when I started to eat again and gain like my health back and my life back, I lost all of my hair. Yep, every single strand. I got acne, I had braces, I wore baggy clothes all the time because nothing else fit. And like life was giving me back my freedom. But of course with this boy and how I looked, he stopped talking to me. And it's so silly now that I look back at it, but in the moment, you know that feeling where like your heart just like drops to your stomach and like your chest just like shatters. It feels so much pain. And I remember sitting there, 13-year-old me, and I couldn't help but ask myself, like, is it because I gained weight? Is it because of my body? Is it because I'm still that big girl? And like, will I always be her? One day, you just learn to believe in yourself. So basically, I went back to China, cut off all my hair, and had a bowl cut, and went to grade 8 and had to just grow really freaking thick skin. Hair grows back, yes, but it takes a long fucking time. I couldn't change the way I looked. I couldn't starve myself again, but I could change the way I measured my worth. I didn't really have a choice, so I just ignored everyone's rude comments, and I quickly realized when I stopped focusing all my energy on food, I actually had time to live for me. This year, I built my favorite friendship. I ate whatever I wanted at sleepovers. I could actually focus on studying. I could do art and be creative, and I was lucky enough to be valedictorian. And it showed me that there's more that life has to offer if I don't let fear hold me back and just believe in myself, even just a little bit. The first is always the worst because you don't expect this pain. I laugh about it now, but my heart physically hurt. This year was spent eating my feelings away. I also started high school and I was back to being alone, so I leaned on food. I would skip class and go eat, and whenever I was hurting, I knew exactly what to do. There's nothing wrong with emotional eating, but back then it felt like there was truly nothing else that could make me happy. 15-year-old me, I just want to say, it's okay. It's okay to miss someone. It's okay to feel pain in every fiber of your body. It's okay to feel weak. But remember, failing, falling, crying, losing, eating, gaining, whatever it might be does not make you weak. It does not make you a failure. It does not define who you are. It's okay when your expectations and your hopes and your dreams lead to disappointment. You are more than those things. Something better is coming. This pain will be your strength. These moments will pass, and life will show you why later on. It all started with a little food poisoning. I forced myself to throw up and felt so much better, and I guess that's the power of positive reinforcement, everyone. Whenever I ate, I felt guilty. Whenever I threw up, it took the guilt away. This continued the entire year. It got to a point where it didn't matter how much I ate, when I ate, what I ate, I just couldn't keep anything down. That was my little secret internal battle of year 16, and that's how I spent my birthday. Kitchen, then bathroom, then repeat.
Well, are we twinning?
When I was 16, I wanted to be loved by anyone but me. I was caught up with the wrong crowd, and butts also became a huge deal, boys became a big deal, partying and drinking and all that stuff. To sum up grade 10, do you know that feeling when you're in a room full of all your friends and at a party literally jumping and dancing and screaming your head off with dozens of people, yet you've never felt more alone? The breaking point for me this year was when I got in a fight with my best friend, and the one person that brought me happiness and calmness, she left me too. So I went back to what was most comfortable, self-destruction.
It's very sour.
Fasting, starving, running, binging. I remember just going on these long walks and thinking to myself, I cannot keep doing this. I need to stop. But I just kept going. The thing I hated most was that at my goal weight, I still hated the way I looked. At every size, there was still something wrong.
Someone needs to stop me.
Weight loss cannot bring you happiness. It cannot bring you self-love. It cannot bring you confidence if you hate your body.
So weird working out at 10 at night.
The answer wasn't in fixing and perfecting and adding and changing things in my life and on my body and on my Instagram feed. I had to forgive myself and rebuild a relationship that was never there. I'm gonna tell you a little secret. Every month before my birthday, I would go on a crazy diet. I would go to the gym every single day, multiple times a day, eat close to nothing so I could properly enjoy my birthday, so I could deserve all the treats I was gonna be eating. I'd be so hungry and so deprived that on my birthday I would eat until I was physically sick, and every year I'd tell myself, I'm not gonna do that, I'm not gonna do it, I'm not gonna do it again, and every year, yup, I do it again. You don't need to do anything to deserve food. It doesn't matter how much you weigh, how big you think you are, what you ate yesterday, what holiday just passed. You always deserve to eat.
Here you go.
This year, I went a full 180. All I wanted was to get scholarships, get into university, and get 100%. I didn't work out for 6 months. I ate like shit. I stress ate every day. I spent lunches studying alone, turning out every hangout. Every morning was spent memorizing notes, redoing tests. I studied until it physically hurt.
A little bit more.
No longer 17.
Yeah, I wasn't focused on food, I wasn't restricting, I wasn't upset with friends or boys because I literally shut everyone out. That isn't health. That isn't how life should be.
Look how much we ate of the brownie. Yeah. Wait, up a little. No.
I was working as hard as I've ever worked, but I gave up on me. You know, I got all the scholarships that I wanted, but I don't remember grade 12 at all. I got straight A's, but I didn't have any friends to celebrate that with. I organized prom, but I didn't enjoy a single minute of it.
This is crazy. The biscuit.
You see, I was in my program. I got my dream job at Aritzia, I was performing really well, and I was getting good grades in uni, and I got into student council. I was putting myself out there, yet I was still alone and still unhappy. No amount of self-improvement can make up for any lack of self-acceptance. You know that saying, like, there's no point in worrying about the things you can't control? Up to this point in time, I hadn't grasped that. But 2020, something clicked. I don't know if it was just my time, or the universe, or fate, or luck, or hard work, or maybe just a little bit of everything, but it led me to you, to this platform, and after seeing how quickly the world and my life can change in a few months, I realized I just need to trust the process, trust redirection, and embrace change. Love does not hurt. Stop convincing yourself that you'd rather be in pain with someone than be in pain without them. I bet people are thinking about a relationship they've been in, but when I read this, I'm picturing myself. Love does not hurt. That means I literally haven't loved myself. Love is not pushing your body beyond its limits to get a video done until you literally get sick. Love isn't starving yourself until you no longer can distinguish between hunger and fullness. Love isn't working out when your body is telling you no. Love isn't surrounding yourself with people that bring you down.
Time to make some cinnamon rolls. What? Yes! Oh my god. High five. Oh, I was so nervous.
To start, welcome.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
Stop convincing yourself that it's for your own good. That skinny and hungry and smaller and unhappiness for a while will be worth it. Stop convincing yourself that you're worth less than you are as you are. Love does not hurt, so stop hurting yourself. Don't let your mind bully your body.
Oh my god, they're so beautiful. Ooh, this one's mine. Hello, sir. Oh, stop. Holy shit.
Your story is unfolding beautifully, even if you don't see it or feel it. You just have to trust the process. Be proud of how you've been handling these past months, years, the silent battles you fought, the moments you had to humble yourself, wiped your own tears, and pat yourself on the back. Celebrate your strength. And strength and progress aren't only what the eye sees, but for me, strength is knowing that if I can go from fear to strength, I can really do anything. And hear me out. There's absolutely nothing that is too good for you. It took me 20 years to realize that life isn't fair. It's just not. We can't always do anything if we put our minds to it. I'm sorry, but I couldn't just recover if I put my mind to it. But that doesn't mean it's impossible. Life isn't fair, but that doesn't mean life has to be bad. Just because life is hard doesn't mean it's not beautiful. Just because you aren't where you want to be doesn't mean you won't get there one day. I can't tell you how to live your life or fix your struggles, but I can tell you that it is worth it.
Don't look! Are you looking away?
Yeah, this is kinda sus.
Okay, you can look left so you're not destroying your neck.
Oh, left. Say looked.
Why you? Wait.
Ooh, that's so cute. Aww.
Happy
Okay, we
birthday
gotta do this. Oh my god. Ooh. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. I'm really good.
Okay, so the cookies, I baked them, right?
You didn't.
I did.
Is it bad?
Yeah.
I love the graham crackers. Thick graham cracker. Wow. You put a ribbon around it because they're so bad that you just need to decorate them. It's good.
They're just rock solid.
Yeah.
But
Like you just can't bite them, but like other than that, they taste good.
their issue.
Magic crystal scrub.
This was a sample. I didn't even order this.
I think.
What I asked.
Yes, this is what we. Okay, now I'm nervous. Are you nervous?
You know what? This is the first year where I didn't restrict 1 month in advance so I could eat today. The first year where food and exercise aren't the only things on my mind. The first year where I can actually enjoy today without worrying about tomorrow. This year, I have found clarity. It may have taken me 20 years, but I'm here now.
Oh my god, why are you getting such a big? What is this? Should I do like something cute? Alcohol? Oh! What the heck is a whale?
Looking back, I'm proud of who I am, who I was, and who I will be. I'm proud of all the love I gave and have received and have been denied of the way I wholeheartedly threw myself into projects and relationships and sports teams and friendships that have lasted and have ended. I'm proud of the moments I was selfless and put others first. And I'm proud that I now know I'm allowed to put myself first too. I'm proud that I've made some people in this world feel less alone. I'm proud of the way I healed, of my mistakes and the lessons I've learned. I'm proud of my story, of the way I grew and let go and gave up, and every tear, every inch gained and lost. I'm proud of every meal, proud of every boy and every heartbreak. And I'm proud of every time I said I couldn't, but I did.